Alright, welcome back everybody to Operation Andromeda. This is the British Commonwealth and France turn 4. Still pretty peaceful. No Japanese attack on China yet. Spanish Civil War is in the thick of it. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And then Germany is saving money to buy all of its armor next turn, probably. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Soviets had a nice income increase. Anyway, we'll just hop straight into the turn. Great Britain is going to be rolling for its 2 tick rolls. It's going to be rolling for radar and long-range aircraft. See if we can get one or both to stage 2. So let's go ahead and roll those. And radar does succeed on a 9, so we get that to stage 2, which is super nice. And long-range aircraft also succeeds with an 11. So British tech program is doing great so far. Hopefully that continues when we get to actually completing these. As for the rest of the British turn, for the buys, Great Britain's going to be spending 9 of its $12 and purchasing 3 infantry. It's going to leave it with 3 in the bank, and then it's going to collect 13 at the end of its turn to move to 16. FEC is buying an infantry and a militia, so it's going to clear the bank out at 5, and then we're going to collect 6. Thanks to that Japanese carrier that was placed on the board. And then Anzac is going to spend $7 upgrading its minor factory to a medium. It's going to leave us with 3 in the bank, and then we're going to collect 3 to take us to 6. No combat moves, of course, as Great Britain do have a bunch of non-combat moves. One of our militia in southern England is going to move up into northern England. Our 3 infantry in London are going to move into southern England. The light carriers that are in A44, the attack bomber is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 and land in Lower Egypt. And then the empty light carrier, as well as the light carrier with the FEC fighter, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and join the ships in A21. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That fighter is going to drop off into southern England. The air transport from Gibraltar is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in southern England as well. The rest of the fleet in A44 is going to move. We're going to fleet marker out because we're going to combine all of our ships into the Mediterranean. So we'll stick that here. It's going to be these guys. It's doing that thing again. Let's see, battleships will be different. I think it's the coastal defense ships, but we don't have any of those that also screw this thing the way up. Let's move that down there. Or I guess it's just, let's see what happens if we get rid of these 2 guys. Nice. Or nicer, I guess. Still a little wonky. I also took away Infy's token. Alright, anyway. See, I don't know why I just can't do that. I don't know which of these ships cause that to be different, more difficult. Alright, anyway. Fleet is consolidated, and the final spot that it's going to be in is going to be in M8 off the coast of Egypt. So we'll add in our 2 battleships here. We'll do that. And our transport import is going to move with those guys as well. And the 2 transports that we have import in Lower Egypt are going to come out of port and stay in the sea zone. Let's see. In Cape Town, our infantry and our AAA are going to board our transport, and we're going to move strategic naval move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into M8, and those 2 units are going to get dropped off into Lower Egypt. Our 2 Anzac ships, meanwhile, are going to move down 1, 2, 3 into A54. In India, our Gurkha is going to join the forces in Calcutta, as well as the infantry in southern India. We'll set these aside because we're going to redo this whenever we place our buy. No other movements for any of our units in the Pacific, so all of that's going to be the same. I think that's actually got all the British non-combat moves completed. So we will go ahead and place our buys. So all 3 infantry are going to London. The FEC infantry is going in Calcutta, and the militia is going to go into British Malaya. We're actually going to put the militia in Hong Kong. No, we're stuck with British Malaya. Alright. So we got these guys. Oops. There we go. We'll stick these guys down here. And then the Anzac Medium Factory, of course, goes to Sydney. So I have that there. So yeah, that concludes the British turn. Collected our money, placed our buys, so all good there. We'll move on to the France turn. France is going to roll for strategic rockets still, and we are going to get a hit on it. So move that to stage 1. Sure, that will prove very useful in the coming war. For its buys, France is going to buy 1 infantry and 2 militia, clearing its bank, and then we collect 8 at the end of our turn. For movement, our French sub in I-7 is going to move 1, 2, 3 into wherever the sea zone is, and the 3 French subs that were already present there. There we go. We're going to move 1. They're going to move 1, 2, 3 into P16. For other French movements, the 2 battleships, actually, yeah, the 2 battleships are going to move up and go into port in Syria. The French fleet is going to move into M9. And that includes this transport. It's going to strategic naval move to M9. Actually, no, this transport's going to stay in M1. This transport's going to strategic naval move into M9. Oh, I guess it's not a strategic naval move, it's just moving it in M9. So that'll be that. And then in France proper, I don't think we're going to move anything. I think everything's going to stay exactly where it is. So that'll be a quick and easy French turn. This guy is down here in the sea zone. So we'll place our buys. The infantry, actually all 30 units are going into Paris. So we got 3 infantry and looks like 9. Yeah, 3 infantry, 9 militia that are in Paris. So do this and this. Just keep the infantry together, that way it's easier to tell how many there are. Alright, so that'll be that. And with that, we already collected our money, so we will send it back over to the to Elite Golden for Italy turn 4.